You have to master your emotions in order to master your life. And in today's talk, we're going to talk about how to master your anger, how to control your anger. Because if you don't do this and you find yourself having angry outbursts, anger could cause you to shorten your life, stress, make you be sick, make you have heart disease. It could cause you to isolate yourself because people don't want to be around an angry person. So you'd miss out on relationships, miss out on work opportunities because word travels. It can cause you to just have a bad time. It's not fun to be angry all the time. So in this talk, we're going to talk about how to manage your anger so that you don't need to be angry quite as much. So welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. I'm in the new sheep pasture. We got Nalani back here behind me. The dog, thumbs up for the dog. I'm so glad to have you with me here today. Quick update for the long-term subscribers. If you're a long-term subscriber, I'm doing my best to get back to being more balanced content, not being totally focused just on quitting this, quitting that. Reason being, I'm just learning, and as I learn, I'm excited to share with you. And there's many different things on this path of success, and this path of growth, and this path of change and becoming a stronger person. And as I learn things, I want to share these things with you. So today, one of the things that I'm working on is how to better manage my anger. And the research that I'm doing is not just from my own experience, but looking at what the top therapists say in their fields, going on Google, digging up some articles, reading different nuanced takes on it. And yeah, what I'll tell you is, as a man, being out of control with your emotions is just a bad way to go. It's going to cause people to, and one of the biggest things about it that you might not realize is if you have a quick angry reaction, you're quickly triggered, that people will stop giving you productive feedback. People will stop coaching you, and it makes it very difficult and hard for you to grow, which causes you to be stuck in place for a really long time. So in addition to all the other problems, there's an opportunity cost of you would have received all this coaching and feedback, but instead people don't really tell you what they think because they don't want to bother dealing with their anger because, yeah, you don't have to. So first, let's dive into some of the advantages of anger. Obviously, it's not a mistake that we get angry. It's a mistake how you handle your anger. Anger draws attention to injustice, unfairness, problems, things that aren't right. It can be empowering. It can cause you to do things you wouldn't normally do, which could be good, but is oftentimes bad. So this is the benefit of anger, but the negatives of acting quickly on anger far outweigh the benefits. So you got to be very careful about how you manage this emotion, right? Use it as a clue, but don't use it as a guide for how to act, okay? Because, yeah, it's just going to cause you a lot of different problems if you don't figure this out. So, first, what not to do. Don't immediately act on anger right away. Don't rely on other people to resolve your anger. Don't expect that to vent to other people, because it's a lot to ask for people, and it can cause you to get angrier because you're just rehashing the same thing. You're getting madder and madder. Don't act angry, yell, break things. It actually causes you to be even more angry, and also there's other environmental costs. If you break your fist because you punch through a window, or you break something because you're angry, that benefits absolutely no one, and it will just make you angrier. So you get in this negative loop. So what you should do, the first thing you can do that I want you to realize, this is easier said than done, but you can leave situations that trigger your anger or make you angry, or other people that are angry with you. So if you're getting in a fight, and this is something that I learned personally years ago through my battles and wars in pickup basketball, is if people want to fight you, you can just walk off and go to the other court and shoot around by yourself. And you can opt out of violence. You can say no. If someone wants to fight you, you can not fight them. You can leave the relationship. You can leave the situation. You can leave the environment. You can move away. So there's small and big ways to this. The smallest way, which is very nice, is to take a time out, take 10-15 minutes. If you must come back to some sort of an argument. I mean, there's just no reason to have angry arguments. There's zero reason. It's totally unproductive. It doesn't need to happen. Obviously, there's going to be conflict, there's going to be disagreements, but when there's a lot of anger involved, it's not very productive. So if you can use some tools to calm yourself down, it will allow you to come back to be more level-headed and solve the problems that need to be solved. So take a time out, take 10-15 minutes, Go for a walk around. This is one of the best things of your time out, is go exercise, go swim, depending on the length of your time out. Do something different that's also going to distract you and get your mind off it so you focus on other things. Like taking a break to go exercise is one of the best possible things you can do for anger, because it's also rechanneling the energy that the anger is giving you. Deep breathing, meditation is very powerful and wonderful. Focusing on your breathing and doing deep breathing is a wonderful way to manage your emotions and your anger. And a related thing that you can do with this is you can have visualization as you're doing your breathing and imagine blue and calming colors. You can put on guided meditations. You can put on guided relaxing music that you have ready to go on tap, like a little relax, calm down, chill out kit that you could have. Writing in your journal, you can write in your journal like objectively what happened and how you feel. This is a way for you to resolve your emotion without bringing in other people, without relying on other people. So you don't need to yell at people, you don't need to argue with people, you don't need people to vent at people. This is so that you can resolve it yourself, writing in your journal. And you do this. It's a lot of things that I crammed into this short thing. Other things that you can do is avoid certain situations that would cause you to be angry. One is being light on sleep and being tired. For instance, if I have a poor night's sleep, I'm going to be careful to not be around people quite as much. Or if I'm in a situation where it's late at night and I'm stuck somewhere, I'm going to avoid getting in that situation to begin with, because that's a time where I could become cranky and irritable. For you, it might be food. Maybe you get hangry. It could be being around certain people. You could be triggered in different ways, and just be aware of them and try to avoid those things and try to manage them so they don't happen. And you can't avoid. Avoidance is underrated. There's no reason that you have to deal with a bunch of bullshit all the time that makes you angry. You can anger is also a cue to leave. Anger is a cue to just leave the situation, leave the environment. Yeah, so it's interesting and it's useful and it's powerful, and I hope that you found that so that you can manage your anger a little bit better. It's okay to feel angry. It's a powerful and useful clue to what to pay attention to, but having angry reactions can cause a lot of detriment to your life, from health, isolation, loss of money, so on and so forth, and you don't want that, you don't need that. So comment down below, what's your favorite anger management technique that I shared down below? Do you have a certain music that you listen to, a certain exercise you do, a certain activity that you do? Do you have a trusted friend that you can talk to, but that's not venting? Maybe a therapist that you see? It could be you have some sort of routine you go to, visualization, meditation, affirmation. What is it? Comment down below what your favorite anger management routine is. And appreciate you. Much love. Glad you're here with me. And those of you who have made it this far, I'm busy, but I like being busy, so I like taking new clients. So if you want help, you want to speak to me immediately and resolve something that's making you mad, or have some tools that better manage your emotions, whether it's anger, sadness, whatever it is, or just have somebody to talk to, someone to hold you accountable, somebody to coach you and offer you outside perspective. I'm not going to do it if you get mad at me, though. So there's a link to that down below if you're interested in that. Okay, appreciate you, much love, and talk to you soon. Peace, and let's get it.